Hi everyone, and welcome to our show. It's Coffee with Conti. What goes great with coffee? Donuts. What a great way to get started. We have a fun show for you guys today. I'll tell you what I got on tap here in just a moment. Real quick, I want to remind you about a video because I know that everybody's busy, especially this time of the year. Appreciate you taking time just to watch this video. But about a week and a half ago, we featured Spring Mountain Motorsports Resort, the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School. I shared with you what I got out of it. I want you guys to take your Corvette ownership experience to another level. And in that video, I saw some of the comments. You guys were laughing. You said, look at Rick inside the car hanging on to the old handle. Absolutely I was. What do you think I'm supposed to do? And I'll tell you something. That handle, it works. And you know what's so hard to capture on camera is really truly how fast we were going.
I'll let you know when we get back.
And when you see it, you're going to say, you know, I've heard about that place. I thought about going. You know what? I need to go. Yeah, you do. A video link will be down below in the description. Now, today on the show, we're going to ship a couple of Corvettes. And in case you've never been here before, that's what I do. I sell Corvettes all over the country. We're sending one to Colorado, one to New York, and then not to water it down, but it's so cool to be a part of this. We get to, again, share with you another first ever Corvette purchase. Randy and Jill come up from Southern Ohio and they bought a beautiful Grand Sport. We have a great time, fun conversation. I even do a little Frito Bandito dance with you. And then we take a moment to reminisce about Jill's dad and the Corvette that he used to have and what he did in that Corvette with her girlfriend. In fact, they're still friends to this day. The girlfriend brought Randy and Jill up here to take delivery because they didn't have a trade-in. So that's coming up on today's show. And in just a moment, parts of an interview Bob Lutz did about 3 weeks ago. And let me just tell you something, guys. When I hear this automotive executive, this industry icon, talk about the past, the present, and the future of the Corvette marketplace, number one, it's enjoyable. But for me, I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? I've had a lot of the same ideas. A lot of my predictions have come true. I mean, Chevy, are you paying attention? Your boy Ricky is right here. It just blows me away, but it makes me feel proud because I know that I'm really connected to the car, to you, the customer, and to this marketplace. I've had a lot of the same ideas Chevy's had. I mean, even going back, just being silly, last April, when I wore that camo suit and I had the date all the way down my arm and down my legs. I went down to the National Corvette Museum to promote the launch of the C8 mid-engine Corvette. And not one Chevrolet person said to me, hey, wow, man, look at that suit. That's really cool. Wow, you're down here to promote the launch of the C8 car? That's pretty neat. Hey, we wore camo shirts too. We had the same idea. Wow, nice job, man. Not one person has said that. Chevy, your boy Ricky's been here. I'm still here, and I'm going to be here. So anyways, in that Bob Lutz interview, which the link to that will be down below in the description, but as that interview got started, I really think that something else was on Bob Lutz's mind. What could that be?
And we got to let everyone know our special guest is Bob Lutz, industry icon extraordinaire. And there are probably a bunch of other things we could say about you, too.
Bob, what do you think of the styling of the Corvette?
Well, what I think GM should have done. Oh man, did you make these bagels? There's a little bit of cinnamon in there. Wow, those are really good.
So, Bob, we got a million questions that we want to ask you. Let's just get caught up on what you're still doing automotive-wise.
Actually, I think that's a stupid question. What I really need to know is, you guys grow these apples? These are really good. This red delicious. Actually, what I like to know, these banana chips, are they organic? That's fantastic.
He says a reputable source told me the Cadillac version of the C8 has been canceled, at least for the time being. Can you shed any light on this rumor?
I appreciate you having me today. Excuse me. If you guys, oh, hang on a second. If you guys saw that interview, the link is down below in the description. Poor Bob is trying to eat. At one point, I think he's got food in his hand. He's talking. He's got food. He's changing hands with the food. And didn't those guys see that? Even the one guy was staring at him, staring at the plate. It's like, go to commercial. Let Bob clear his throat. Let him finish eating his food. So that's what I got when I first started seeing the interview with Bob. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Well, I'm consulting for an automobile company which needs to remain unnamed. I write for Road and Track, which is one of your competitors. I'm on a number of boards of startup companies that are all involved in some aspect of battery technology or electrodes, electrochemistry. And that's about it. And it shows to me once again, the engine should not be seen as the be-all and end-all. The engine has to be harmoniously integrated into the vehicle as a whole. And it happens that the small block, with its compact dimensions and push rods, it'll rev 7,000. I mean, how much do you need? But the push rod engine may be technologically outdated, although show me a four-cammer that runs on 4 cylinders most of the time, because you can't put the disablers on top of the camshaft. I've talked to a lot of people whom I greatly respect who have driven it and who all say the same thing. It's a supremely harmonious car. And the type of people who used to sneer at Corvettes and they've ordered a C8. So I think it's finally Chevrolet or GM has managed to enter the mainstream of really highly respected supercars. Every single new generation of Corvette that comes out, hundreds of letters pour in from Corvette owners who say, you finally screwed it up. I'm not going to buy this one. I like mine. This one is ugly. You canceled the hidden headlights, et cetera, et cetera. And there's always something they absolutely hate about that. They hated the C7 and then they bought them. They hated the C6 and they bought it. They hated the C5 and so forth. It's been that way throughout history. So since this was such a radical departure, I imagine that, and I wasn't there, so this is pure speculation on my part, but I imagine somebody said, let's not alienate the current owner body too much. Again, I'm not privy to the inner workings of GM, although I have had a tour of the design center recently. The only thing I would say is I doubt that a Cadillac version was ever planned. It was in 2006, which is what Tad Juchter always said. He said, you allow me to do a mid-engine car, and I will do the best mid-engine car that the world has ever seen.
Should the Corvette be a Chevy?
Corvette could be a brand, or at least a sub-brand, that could easily take additional models, provided that they're not off of some shared architecture. It'd have to be Corvette specific.
Hey guys, just a quick segment here, another send-off, Pat. This one behind me going to Colorado Springs for Steve and Michelle. Thank you so much for the business opportunity. Buying online sometimes, I know, can be a nervous situation. It's no different, well actually it is different. I was gonna say it's no different than you going into your local dealership, sitting down, but that becomes the cat and mouse ping pong game, 4-hour conversation. So yeah, it is different. It's better buying online because we handle everything over the phone, text message, email, and it's a much easier process. The opportunities are right there in front of you guys. No games on the pricing. There's a lot of that crap going on right now. I could talk about that forever, but that's just not how we do business, because I want to see you guys again. I want the referrals, and I want you to have an enjoyable experience. That's what this is all about. You can go anywhere, look at a Corvette. For most, yeah, right now inventories are down a little bit, but I mean, when you go in to buy a car, all they're worried about is the car sale. I've looked at the broader picture, always have, always will. when it comes to you and it comes to this car. And this car is gorgeous. And Steve was excited. He says, man, I've looked all over the place. And I know, guys, it's hard to find a manual transmission. Steve and Michelle, sorry, there's a bee flying around here. Steve and Michelle, congratulations. You have your Mr. and Mrs. Manual right there. And here, let me go on the other side real quick because that seat's covered up in plastic. Sorry, we're coming in and out of the shadows here. But here's the other thing that Steve was excited about. Yeah! Competition seats. Congratulations, guys. Now, as far as buying online, it's not just about buying online. You're going to buy online from somebody that you feel comfortable with, somebody you know, and somebody that knows what they're doing. I'm going to start my 25th year doing this. So, yeah, I've done this. I know this. I'm going to walk you through all the processes, all the fears, and make it as easy as possible. And in normal fashion, I don't know if they're going to really interrupt our vlog. Anytime I'm outside, you hear the sirens in the background. Regardless, I want you guys to feel comfortable, and that's what's neat. About 2.5, almost 3 years doing focused vlogging here on YouTube. I get to share my experiences, your experiences. We get to talk about this car all the time, which is pretty cool. Now it's in the sun. Oh my gosh, look how sweet that looks. Yes. Elkhart Lake Blue, black wheels, big truck, perfect. Congratulations. Oh, what am I doing? Send-off pat. Yes, I haven't forgotten my own stuff. Let's do a little send-off pat for Steve and Michelle in Colorado. Congratulations, guys, and thank you again. I forget what company it was. I don't want to make fun of the guys. Remember that one, though, that we had, and I was waiting for a stall on the vlog from you guys, but the driver stalled it, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times. I'm gonna get one of you guys leaving here in a send-off pat that will stall, and just so we have fun and make fun of you and you got your memory and yeah, I pulled out of my new Corvette and I stalled right on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Oh, did I get, was a cat? 2. I jinxed him. I'm glad I didn't turn the camera off. Wait a minute. There's 3. Steve and Michelle, congratulations. Thanks again. I appreciate it. You guys know I love doing the send-off pats. I love it when you're here when we can do that, but when we're loading them, I love doing those too. Just another way I get to say thank you and showcase you and your car. This one going to John in New York. Thanks for the business opportunity. I really appreciate it. It's a ZR1. You hear that pitter patter in the background. You bet I got the exhaust program open. Come on, man. I'll tell you, for these type of cars, you've got to have these type of trucks so they lift it up and it drives in straight. That's the way to do that. I've seen some for the lack of a better word and term, Sanford and Son trucks try to load these. I'm like, oh no. So thanks for the confidence. These guys I've used for over 20 years, do a wonderful job, and I know that you're gonna, well, you're not in town at the time that we're filming this, but I know once you get home, that'll be waiting in the garage for you, so that's gonna be fantastic. Little send off pat, a little rub of the wing. Congratulations, man. John, I'm sure you're already aware, but don't forget you got a year to use it. That free class at the Ron Fellows Spring Mountain School, driving a ZR1. Great time, great experience, great education. So make sure you take advantage of that, all right? Because in this car, yeah, you're going to need a class. I hope you're having fun today. I appreciate you joining us for our Coffee with Conti show. Our next guest is about to buy their first ever new Corvette, although they didn't take delivery right away because they were having a few things done to it. But here's a picture of Randy when he mentally flipped the switch and decided, yeah, I'm buying a new Corvette.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Here's Randy and Jill from Ohio. All right, when you guys buy your car, you know sometimes how confusing it gets. You're looking online, you're looking at this one, there's not real pictures, there's not good pictures, and then you come to the lots, and then you have like tons of inventory right here. You've got inventory here, inventory here. Well, the people to have for you right now that are picking up their new Corvette. This is your guys' first one, right?
It is.
There's our first ever Corvette. I remember, now I'm not teasing, but I remember this is Randy and Jill. they were here, and we looked at, all I know is there was about 10 keys on my desk. Here for about 3 hours looking at cars, and they got here coming looking for this and looking for that, and he goes, man, I'm sorry, Rick. He goes, I'm like really confused. I'm gonna have to get back to you. I said, dude, that's not a problem, man. And they watched the channel too, so it was cool. So I didn't have to ask really first before we did this. So it was neat to get them on here and kind of tell their story and share their experience. But he was confused, man. It was nuts. You went back and forth from white, silver, ceramic gray. I think he even looked
black
at dark
wheels.
You looked at dark gray too, I think, at one point, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I remember I asked you, I said, Rick, how long does it take somebody on average to pick out their Corvette? You said about an hour. And I said, well, I'm at 3 hours, and that's the kind of person I am. So,
Randy and Jill are from Ohio. He brought me this big giant basket of Frito Banditos and Tostitos and all kinds of cool stuff. I'll show you guys that here in a second. So anyways, a couple of things we did to the car. Let me put this hood down here real quick if I may, guys. All right, so this is the ceramic gray car that I ordered with the adrenaline red interior. Red seat belts too, and carbon fiber dash. I just knew this was going to be my last one like this, ordering for C7, so I kind of upped the ante and made it just a little bit more special. But if you look at the car right now, here's how it looked when he first saw the car. And then Randy said, well, you know what, let's jazz it up a little bit. And I tell you guys a lot, because I'm a huge fan of the fender stripes, but if you notice a lot of my inventory online, I don't have the fender stripes on. They're giving you guys the opportunity to change it up. So we did talk about a lot of things. Comes in, got it all ready to go, got the congratulations sign on, and Randy's all excited for his first Corvette, and he says, Rick, there's a small problem. It's like, what the heck are you talking about, man? I'm jumping through hoops like a circus animal, getting this all ready to go. He goes, we had talked about, now you had mentioned the red hash marks match the red calipers. He goes, that's great. He goes, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the carbon flash.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna order the carbon flash.
Yeah.
It's okay,
but
man.
in the meantime, the red is growing on my wife. And
Sure.
And the other funny story about that was, though, is that Jill, my wife said, well, I don't know, I think the red might make it look a little too flashy. And Rick said, you know, I'm not trying to cause problems here, but you just bought a Corvette with red adrenaline interior.
Right.
I don't think you need to worry about being too flashy.
I'm a little direct sometimes. Just like when you guys gonna buy a ZR1 at $130-some thousand. Oh, I'm gonna save 10 grand to get the one ZR. And I'm like, wait a minute, think about what you just said. I'm spending 130 grand. I wanna save 10? That's stupid. Let it roll, man.
That's right. That's right.
There's a lot of fun with these guys, and here's what's neat. Jill had exposure to Corvette when you were young. Your dad had a Corvette.
He had three.
Had three?
3 black ones in my lifetime.
Well, and it's neat because you didn't trade anything today, and over here, Jason, hiding in the van, are some friends of yours, so
Our
that's
Uber
pretty
drivers, as we call them.
The Uber drivers.
Our official Uber drivers.
She's waving. Who's the Uber drivers?
That's our
Jill and
best friends,
Todd.
Jill and Todd
Jill and
Smith.
Todd
They
Smith,
drove
yeah.
us down here so that we could actually drive the Corvette home together.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. But
It's
my dad
extremely
drove
cool.
her around the track on homecoming in 1982 in his black Corvette.
No kidding. Oh my
He's not
gosh.
with us today. He passed away in 2003. He would have loved a day like today.
Absolutely. How about that? Oh, what a great memory. That's a great memory. So, homecoming queens here, reminiscing on old Corvettes and the brand new ones right here. And before they go, we're going to do the send-off, Pat, to get them started with your guys' first brand new Corvette. All right, guys, almost ready for the send-off, Pat, but we're in the office talking to Randy and Jill, telling some stories. So we look at some posters and stuff like that, and then Randy says to me, he goes, hey, man, you know, what is that one up there? He goes, you know what, that's when I fell in love with Corvette when I was 6 years old. That was a guy 69, wasn't it?
1969 Vette, and it was my uncle who had it, and he must have had it used or something, but it was in primer when I first saw it.
Yeah.
And he had it painted kind of a cherry red. And he used to race it on the weekends, so he must have belonged to a Corvette club or something. He'd take me with him once in a while, and they'd do burnouts and then go out and drive a track for time and everything. But yeah, to me, that a Corvette is a 69 Corvette. That's what's in my mind that I fell in love with.
Right.
And so I'm 56. So it only took 50 years to live out the dream.
Right, how about that? So you were that little kid.
That's right.
That's great, man. This is
50
cool.
years. And you're Rick Corvette Conti, but I'm Randy the Frito Man Tom, right?
I know, I love that.
Brought this for you today so you can have some chips there to...
Well, you were outside talking to your friends. I was doing a little Frito Bandito dance.
Oh, nice.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, am the Frito Bandido. I like Fritos corn chips, I love them, I do. I want Fritos corn chips, I'll get them from you. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I am the Frito Bandido.
How'd I do, guys?
Dream coming
All
true
right.
right now.
Dream coming true right now. You heard him right there. How about that, guys? Hey, I'm just excited that I get a chance to do business with you guys, but to share your experience with you and Jill. Hi, Jill. You've been awesome too. You know, it really means a lot. So, and I know the audience loves watching people pick up their cars. And what a story! I mean, since 6 years old. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, dude,
yeah.
that's cool, dude. This is
Yeah.
great.
Thank
I love
you
it.
for everything.
Thank you.
for everything, Rick.
You guys made a blast. Congratulations, guys. All right, Jill and Randy. First ever brand new Corvette right here on the channel. This is awesome, you guys. And we start off with a little send off pat. You thought I was going to sing Frito Bandito again, didn't you? No. There he goes, man.
Ay, 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 ay.
Well, guys, that's our show today. Continue to support this channel if you would, please. Thank you so much. Subscribe, thumbs up this video, make comments down below. Next week, we got all kinds of stuff for you, including what I call on the channel, I captured my thunder snow moment. Have a great day.